Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. A new cycle begins. You know what? I had a birthday recently, and one of the things I always do on my birthday is always shave my head, shave my beard and mustache, right? Just a baby face, and it's really not just for aesthetics. Cause trust me, I got a real baby face, so. You know, I'll be like, man, this hair got to grow back. But the reason I do it is more for spiritual reasons. It's the beginning of a new year. You see, you know, we have different types of New Year's. Of course, we have the one many people consider the New Year, you know, January 1st. And then, you know, some people, depending on their combination of their philosophical and spiritual traditions, might celebrate sometimes in March. Ethiopians, Chinese, they have different beginnings of the new year. But a person's new year is really their birthday, specifically the day and time they were born. That's their new year. They'll go through a cycle. See, understand something, and get into a little bit of deeper knowledge here. If people really look back at their lives, certain times of the year, certain things happen. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. In fact, I would recommend as people go through the year, maybe get a planner, and if something significant happened on a certain day, write it down. And in fact, you can go back in your life and see that certain things always happen at certain times. Like I'm looking forward to March because I always get a bump in money in March. I say March and November, Rom gets paid. Rom gets paid, and that was the case last year. It was like my highest month of making money. And then certain times a year, I kind of relax a bit because I'm like, you know, there's always something that happened around this time. So I know to ride it through, right? But that new cycle is important, and it's your personal cycle. And everybody should do that. Like I say roughly, if you break up the cycle into roughly 52 days each and start it around your birthday, you'll see what I'm saying. And especially around your birthday, you want to that's the best time to really get projects started, to really get projects started, to set the tone for the rest of the year. You know, that's when you'll have a lot of energy going in. That's when you can get some stuff going, right? Because I got a lot of plans, a lot of things that'll be coming out in the next month and a half or so, right? And now this ain't to say you can't get things started at any other time, but, you know, this is just a great time. It's like, you know what, with this new cycle, especially you got through the past year, right? You want to just say, all right, it got something new going on. And it could be whatever project. It is like the sky is the limit. It's like, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. This is the time. Hey, if you wanted to write that best-selling novel, this is the time to do it. If you wanted to really start that weight loss plan, this is the time to do it. To really get another job, right? Or to start a business, this is the time to do it. You know, this is the time to get started with it, right? You know, this day, shoot, this is the time to find, you know, set the tone for finding a good relationship. Or if you're in a relationship, this is the time for you to like reinvigorate it, right? This is the time. Like if this is your time, like whenever the cycle begins, that's the time to say, all right, you know, do something nice for your mate. Or really, your mate should do something real nice for you, really treat you well. But then, of course, you do the same thing when their cycle starts, right? This is the time to really get things going. And everybody should do that. You know what? One of the issues is psychologically, people get caught up into a rut. They get stagnant, right? they get stagnant. You know, they on a downward spiral. There's a lot of people on a downward spiral, and they keep going. And sometimes it's, you know, it is tough. It is tough to get out of it. But this is one of the things on a psychological basis. Now, this doesn't, you don't have to have the same beliefs about the cycles, but think about something. Sometimes you can trick your mind into thinking, oh, okay, let me kick it into gear. You know, that's the real purpose of many holy days, many rituals, and everything like that. Like, I give an example, Carnival. You know, that was more, you know, even though people see all the fun and everything, that was more of a ritual to like jumpstart spring, you know, fertility, all that stuff. And with some carnival costumes, you can see why. So it kind of puts you in a different mindset, you know, because trust me, usually for most people, the cycle before their birthday can be more. It could be a little down, and people will find that. But then you pick it back up again. Now, I know some people, they'll feel like, oh, I'm getting older or something. You're not right. You're reading it right, right? You're not getting into it right. I mean, first of all, in this day and age, with all the options you have for keeping your health up, exercise, starting new jobs, starting new careers and stuff, you know, the real age is not in your body, right? The real age is in your mind. You know, you could say, I mean, there are people, and there's like stories of people who made it their first million or something when they were 50, or got into something, like basically stumbled through life, and then they hit their 50s or 60s. And with some people, you look at Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken, he didn't really get going until he was in his 60s, right? You know, you can start anytime, right? So this new cycle now, like for me personally, I don't know how much stuff I got. I don't know how much stuff I got going, but it's going to get going. You're going to see a rollout of some things. And everybody should do that. Everybody. I don't care what it is. Don't think in terms of it being money. It could be just changing your hairstyle, changing your outlook on life, anything, right? But take advantage of that new cycle that's your new year. That's when you need to get things going. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I want everyone to keep rising and transforming. Peace.